The endless drying paint. Alex stands in his bedroom doorway for 3 minutes, staring at the pale, chipped wall. He shifts his weight from left foot to right foot, contemplates repainting, checks his phone's time 8:03, and then sighs, turns, walks out of the room. He approaches his closet, selects a plain gray sweater and a pair of well-worn jeans, puts them on button by button and zipper by zipper, smooths the fabric, and decides they're comfortable enough for the job. Alex strolls to the garage, retrieves a single can of soft ecru paint, a roller, 2 brushes, painter's tape, drop cloth, screwdriver, spackle, and sandpaper. He arranges them carefully on a shelf, adjusting items until the spacing between each is exactly 2 inches. He pulls out his 25-foot measuring tape, extends it to measure the wall's 96 square feet. He repeats the measurement 3 times, muttering numbers under his breath, then writes 96 square feet on a sticky note and places it on the paint can. Alex removes one small picture frame, unplugs a lamp, and moves a side table 6 inches away from the wall. He rolls back the rug, places the drop cloth, and adjusts it until it lies perfectly flat, smoothing every fold. He unrolls painter's tape, aligning it along the baseboard millimeter by millimeter. He presses it with his thumbnail to ensure it sticks, then repeats the process along window frames and electrical outlets. Counting each strip, there are 38. Alex squats for 2 minutes, inspecting each tape edge, repressing areas where light leaks underneath. He adds 2 extra strips around the door frame for added symmetry. He lightly sands the wall's surface, focusing on 5 tiny bumps. He spends 1 minute per bump, smoothing them until they feel just right under his fingertip. Alex uses a putty knife to fill 2 nail holes with spackle. He spreads it evenly, waits exactly 30 seconds, then wipes away excess in a single smooth motion, leaving a clean finish. He sets a timer for 15 minutes, sits in a nearby chair, and watches the wall. The spackle's color shifts as it dries white to off-white. He notes each change. Alex notices a door on the opposite side of the hallway he'd never seen. It's slightly open. He walks over, pushes it gently, and enters a room identical to the first, down to the faded wallpaper and scuffed floor. He retrieves his measuring tape, confirms the room is also 96 square feet, repeats the measurement twice more, and updates his sticky note to read, second room, 96 square feet. Alex removes a single photo from the wall, unplugs a wall lamp, and moves a small knit stand 2 feet away, just as he did before. He lays a second drop cloth, aligning its edges perfectly with the first room's cloth. He unrolls painter's tape, applies 38 strips along baseboards and window frames, pressing each with his thumbnail, ensuring no light seeps beneath. Using 120 grit sandpaper, Alex smooths 5 tiny bumps, then fills 2 nail holes with spackle, wiping away the excess after 30 seconds. He waits 15 minutes for the spackle to dry, watching its subtle color change. Alex carries the soft ecru can and carefully opens it, listening to the pop of the seal. He peers inside, smiles at the smooth surface of freshly mixed paint. He inserts the stir stick, rotating it exactly 66 times clockwise, then 66 times counterclockwise, wiping the rim with a rag after each swirl. Dipping his 2-inch brush, he applies the first horizontal stroke, pauses to admire its evenness, then completes the top 2 feet of the wall in identical strokes to the first room. Alex sets his timer for 30 minutes to let the first coat tack up. He sits back and watches the wall, counting passing dust motes as they drift in a single sunbeam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 150. Alex notices another door down the corridor that mirrors the first two. He pushes it open and finds a third room, identical in size and condition, its walls waiting for paint. He measures the walls, 96 square feet again, writes third room, 96 square feet on a sticky note, and affixes it to the paint can. Alex removes one photo frame, unplugs the lamp, moves the knitstand, and lays down a fresh drop cloth, aligning it 6 inches beneath the second room's cloth. He unrolls tape, meticulously places 38 strips along baseboards and window frames, ensuring perfectly straight lines. Using sandpaper, he smooths 5 tiny wall bumps, fills 2 nail holes with spackle, waits 15 minutes for it to dry, observing its subtle hue shift. Alex opens the soft ecru can for the third time, listens to the pop, and admires the paint's uniform surface. He stirs the paint 66 rotations clockwise, 66 counterclockwise, wiping the rim with a rag after each motion. He applies identical brush strokes, 2 feet from the top, horizontal lines, matching the patterns from rooms 1 and 2. Alex sets the timer once more for 30 minutes, sits in a folding chair, stares at the wall, counts dust motes drifting through the afternoon light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 minus 25 minus 26, 27, 29, 30 up to 150. He reapplies paint in long vertical strokes, covering 75% of the wall, noting slight variations in sheen, adjusting pressure on the brush for consistency. Alex cleans his brushes in the bucket, spins the water until clear, removes painter's tape in careful strips, and surveys all 3 rooms, each wall a uniform expanse of soft ecru. He sits back, feeling the gentle satisfaction of completion, and realizes that sometimes true rest comes from the most unvarying of routines.